morning, everyone, and welcome to the annual concert of our pre primary section, Small Steps, Big Dreams. Today, we have gathered here to witness the creativity and enthusiasm of our young talents. Now, I would like to invite our respected principal, ma'am, who has always been a guiding light and a constant source of inspiration for all of us. Ma'am, I request you to come on stage and address the gathering.
Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to be with you today at the end of the year program of our pre-primary section. This is a happy occasion, but also a very meaningful one. It gives us a moment to pause, reflect, and appreciate the wonderful journey our little children have made through the year. In the pre-primary years, growth is not measured only in reading, writing, or numbers. It is seen in the many small and precious milestones along the way, like coming to school with confidence, learning to share, expressing themselves, building friendships, following routines, and gradually discovering the joy of learning. As you have already witnessed, our curriculum is thoughtfully designed with integrated learning and social emotional learning meaningfully embedded into it. Our aim is not to prepare children academically, but to nurture them into confident, independent, joyful learners who engage with the world around them. So, we introduce important ideas like gender equality, freedom, peace, through age-appropriate conversations, activities, and celebrations. We try to ensure that every program becomes a learning journey. What you will witness today is also a reflection of that philosophy, where learning goes beyond performance and becomes an experience of growth, confidence, and participation. I would also like to speak to you about something very important at this stage. It is the development of reading habits. A child who grows close to books grows not only in language, but also in imagination, curiosity, focus, and emotional understanding. I would earnestly encourage all parents to spend time with books along with your children. Read to them, talk to them about stories, let them see books as companions, and make reading a natural and joyful part of home life. This is truly one of the greatest gifts we can give our children. As we come to the close of this academic year, I would like to sincerely thank all our parents for the trust you have placed in the school. Your support, cooperation, and partnership through the year have meant a great deal to us. The journey of a young child is always most successful when school and home walk together, and we are grateful that you have been with us in that spirit. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to our dedicated teachers of the pre-primary section for the love, patience, care, and commitment with which they nurture our children every single day. Teaching young children is a very special responsibility, and I truly appreciate the sincerity with which they carry it out. I would also like to make a special mention of Ms. Shohini Das Hartman, whose guidance as a consultant to this section has been deeply valuable. Her support and direction have helped strengthen the learning experience we create for our young children, and we are truly grateful for her contribution. And of course, a big round of applause for our dear children. They have filled this year with energy, curiosity, laughter, and joy, and we are so proud of all that they have learned and become. As we get ready to witness the joy and enjoyment of the program that our dear students are ready to present, I would also like to extend a special mention and thank you to Meeta ma'am, Ishita ma'am, and Shobhon sir, who have constantly been with the entire team for the last few weeks, training and guiding the children and helping the teachers to prepare what they have prepared today. Thank you, all of you. I would request all parents to kindly maintain the decorum of the program while we wholeheartedly welcome your appreciation for the children. I would request that it be expressed through applause only, as we would like to preserve the grace and discipline of the event. Thank you once again for being here with us today. I hope you will all enjoy today's program, and I look forward to continuing this partnership with you in the new session as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring and encouraging words. Now I would like to introduce our academic consultant, Ms. Sohini Das Hartman. We are truly honored to have her with us today. Her guidance and expertise have been invaluable in shaping the academic growth and the social emotional learning of our students. I request you all to welcome Sohini ma'am with a big round of applause. Ma'am, please grace the stage with your presence.
Thank you so much, Swati, and a very good morning to all of you. Children don't just live in the world. They quietly remake it. Kids build entire worlds out of the fragments of their imagination. Stories, colors, emotions. In their worlds, as you know, rules are flexible, endings can be rewritten, and even the tiniest person can become the biggest hero. As we grow older, you and I, we tend to replace that magic emotion with logic, with our busy schedules, and reasoning. But it actually never leaves us. And as Principal Ma'am just mentioned, I think the biggest joy of working with this section, not just for me, but for all the teachers, is that we are able to relive the magic through your kids every day. We are constantly invited to be a part of their magic world, where they believe that anything is possible. While I'm personally grateful for this experience, I really want to urge you to make sure your child grows through movement, noise, curiosity, and if necessary, a little bit of chaos. In a world which is becoming so screen-heavy and structured, my only request will be to tell you, please let your kids run, play, explore, and have fun. It is really important. Sometimes it is heartbreaking for me, and I've had conversations for many of you, and while I understand that our schedules have become different, the child is not able to get any time outdoors. You know, they just come back home from school and they are spending all the time at home. It is heartbreaking when I often have conversations with your kids. All that they are looking forward to during the weekend is going to the mall. I think we as parents, all of us, will need to start thinking what kind of experience we are giving to children. It need not be, and I repeat, expensive vacations or expensive holidays. Spend time with them, have fun with them, even if it is a silly game. Spend time with them. It is very, very important. These times are not going to come back. The other thing that I would like to say is that the annual program for us is just not an annual program. It is very much integrated into the curriculum. We often struggle with a lot of students being absent for this part of the academic year. Please understand, this is a huge part of their social emotional growth and learning. They learn a lot of life skills, they learn a lot of communication skills, they learn about history, they learn about the world, and this learning together as a team is invaluable. So encourage them to be a part of this, encourage them to learn how to work in a team, encourage them to be there for each other. Because when one is absent, then it is being a little irresponsible about the whole team. We all need to come together to make teamwork successful. On that note, I'd just like to say that this is a collaboration of the potential that your child has. It's an example that what you will see today is the potential that your child has to change the world. And in that spirit, I would like to invite on stage the leadership team, students, and teachers to begin this morning with some magic. So if we can open the curtains now, and if I can invite Mrs. Roy, Principal Ma'am, Mrs. Saraf, Poddar Ma'am, and Mr. Biswas to kindly come on stage. Students and teachers, we decided to mark the beginning of this program. Shormishta Ma'am, please.
A dragon's tail in our world will never fail. We color our world, oh what fun, painting rainbows under the sun. With a splash and a swirl, we color our world, every boy and girl. Mix and match, let's create every picture, oh it's great. Painting friends, near and far, shining bright like a star. We color our world, oh what fun, painting rainbows under the sun. With a splash and a swirl, we color our world, every boy and girl. So grab your colors, don't delay. Let's paint the world in our own way. With every brushstroke, joy will start. Painting pictures from the heart. Mix and match, let's create every picture, oh it's great. Painting friends near and far, shining bright like a star.
Thank you so much. We'll ask you to please be here on stage for a little while. Students, that was wonderful. Thank you so much. And can we have a big clap of what magic can do when this was a complete surprise for everyone who was invited on stage. And yet it looks right, beautiful, and wonderful. And that is what your children are capable of doing every day, of turning a blank, boring canvas into such an interesting piece of art. And let us never forget this lesson. With that, we are also going to make a very, very special announcement today. And I'm going to call Shalini ma'am to share the news with you.
A very good morning to one and all present here. It gives me immense pleasure to present the book launch created by our little Adamites. This notebook holds within its pages a year of big imagination. The drawings have been compiled from the children's own independent doodling in class, creating a joyful record of their favorite things, their playful ideas, and the people they hold dear. It is a wonderful reminder that the simplest drawings can hold the biggest feelings. On screen, you can see the pages of the book unfolding. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to the person who curates this beautiful idea, Mrs. Shohini Das Hartman. I would also like to inform you that it will take us some time to prepare each of these books with care, as you can understand that each book is individually designed and developed and then printed. So therefore, we will take some time, and we promise that at the beginning of the new academic session, be it KG, upper KG or grade 1, each one of your child is going to receive this book. Thank you. Thank you, teachers.
Now it's time to begin the concert, and I would like to call Leher Das from UKG D-Day School to present the welcome speech. Leher, please come.
A very good morning to all of you. Respected Director Ma'am, Principal Ma'am, dear teachers and our loving parents and family members. We welcome you to our annual concert, Small Steps, Big Dreams. For the next 1.5 hours, we will transport you to our world of fun, colors and excitement. You will discover nature in a new way. History will come alive. You will be filled with nostalgia. And sometimes you may have a few tears and sometimes a big smile. We have put in a lot of effort and a heart full of love to create this special day for you. So sit back and enjoy. Our welcome dance will transport you to a magical land of dreams. We are sure many of you secretly wanted to be a ballet dancer and experience magical moments on stage. Join us and relive your dreams as the students of Upper KG take the stage.
to introduce the nursery performance for you. Before you see it, I'd just like to tell you that we put a lot of importance on learning about space and the wonders about space during the curriculum. And we feel that it's very important for students to understand the wonder of living on this earth, not just this earth, but to understand the whole about the planets, the Milky Way, and how wonderful it is to be a part of this system. In that sense, we've developed a performance with them which talks about the sun and the moon and the daily rhythms of day and night. Let's welcome Samaira Hayat.
When you believe in magic, it never ends. We will now transport you to a magical story about two best friends in the sky, the sun and the moon. Even though they don't shine at the same time, they are always connected, sharing the same sky. When one rests, the other shines. That's two-faced, supporting each other, even when we are far away. Nursery presents the story of the sun and the moon.
Every morning, Luna the moon would wave goodbye as her friend the sun took over the sky. One special dawn, the sun seemed extra excited. Luna, stay a moment longer. I want to show you what I do during the day. Luna's friends, the owl, rabbit, and fox, watched curiously as the sun began his daily dance. First, the sun warmed the flowers, making them open their petals to greet the morning. Then he helped the trees make their food through their leaves, a special magic called photosynthesis. Watched in wonder as sunflowers turned their heads to follow the sun's path across the sky. The clever fox watched children playing happily in the warm sunlight, making shadows dance as they jumped and twirled. Even the wise owl, usually asleep during the day, was amazed by the sun's warmth giving energy to all living things. I help plants grow, keep everyone warm, and light the way, the sun explained proudly. And when you rest, Luna smiled. I watch over everyone's dreams and guide the tides. We are like two dancers in the sky, the sun beamed. You bring the quiet and stars. And you bring warmth and growth, Luna completed. Together, we make a perfect team. woodland friends learned that day and night each bring their own kind of magic. And that's why Luna whispered to the sleepy children below. Every sunrise and sunset is a special moment when both kinds of magic meet.
A big round of applause. Can we have a big round of applause for the nursery children? And can I make one small request to all of you? Please don't spoil this beautiful morning by looking through your screens. Please respect your children's effort by making an effort to watch it directly. Number one, when you're doing this, you're spoiling the moment for them. Unless you have the ability to clap, they are not understanding that their parents are here and encouraging them. This is being recorded and this will be available to all the parents. That is what I just told some of you. The other thing is they are displaying such wonderful teamwork. We expect you to do the same. If parents sitting in the front rows are holding your phones up like this, then parents behind are unable to see. Let's make this a pleasurable experience for each of us. And please watch this moment. Watch your child. Don't look at the screen. Don't look at her through the screen. Please. Our next performance is by KG students. Mrs. Paul mentioned about the equality workshops that we've had. And, children cannot be taught through by telling them that boys and girls are equal. We have to display that in our everyday lives, in our school atmosphere, classrooms, in our homes, and we've had some wonderful lessons for ourselves when we did the workshop with them. I think more than the fact that we were able to teach them, they were able to teach us more. So if we continue to model this, we believe that whether it is in school, whether it is later in life, in their professional relationships, or in their personal relationships, it's not about a boy versus a girl. It's about treating each other equally, and that is going to solve a lot of the problems that we usually see. So let's welcome on stage, and I'm very proud that he's going to introduce this piece. A big hand for Vedantik Mukherjee.
And now from magic to reality. Stories of determination and courage. Stories of hope. Stories of dreams which come true. Stories of girls who were told that they could never be as strong as boys. Our next presentation is a tribute to the sheros of India. May we all continue to be inspired by them. May we run like a girl. May we fight like a girl. May we shoot like a girl. May we jump like a girl. The sky is not our limit. Please welcome on stage KG students.
Far away from big playgrounds, there was no bus. So I walked a long, long way to practice. My shoes were old, but my dreams were new. Everyone said cricket is not for girls, but my parents held my hand and said, "We believe in you." I practiced in the sun. I practiced in the rain. I fell down many times, but I stood up and tried again. My coach said, "Work hard. You can do it." Slowly I became strong and confident. One day I wore my Indian jersey with a big smile. I bowled fast. I bowled proud. My dream came true. Never give up. With love, hard work, and courage, we can shine. Yours truly, Julen Goswami. From Tripura to the world stage, anything is possible. A little girl who loved to jump and flip. I came from a small place, but my dreams were very big. My feet were flat and people said gymnastics is too hard. Sometimes I fell on third and my body felt tired. But my parents hugged me and my coach said, "Try again." I practiced when it was hard. I stretched, jumped, and smiled again and again. Many times I felt scared, but I did not stop. One day I did a big jump. The special part, the whole world clapped for me. Clap, clap. I wore my India colors with pride. My dream came true because I never gave up. If Deepa Karmukar can do it, you can too. Born in Jhajjar, Haryana, my story could have been ordinary, but my parents always encouraged me to explore new things. I tried boxing, skating, and even martial arts. I had a bad eye injury at the age of 14, and that's when I decided to shift to shooting. I picked up the pistol and aimed straight at his tree, becoming the first Indian woman to win 2 medals at the single Olympic Games. I am Manu Bhakur, the golden girl of Indian shooting, and I believe hard work pays the way for tomorrow's dream. A little girl who loved to punch the air. I come from a small village in the hills of Manipur. We did not have much money, and life was sometimes very hard. My father held my hand and said, "Be strong, Mary." My coach taught me how to punch, guard, and never give up. I went to big matches far away from home. The boys, they're laughing. "Oh, you're boxing. Very funny." But I always challenge when people are laughing. I will show you one day. After getting 5 times world champion, they'll all quiet. They'll expect me, and everyone calls me Magnificent Mary. My journey began unexpectedly during the 2020 COVID lockdown, when my father set up a table tennis table at home to keep me active. I had never played sports before. Under 5 years, my life changed. I am the world #1 in the under 19 girls doubles rankings and the first Indian in the 36 years to win an continental singles title at the 2025 Asian Youth Table Tennis Championships. Right now, I am very nervous about my board exams. I have promised to work hard, and eventually you will see Divyanshi Bhumik win an Olympic medal, perhaps in 2028. When I was 8 years old, my mother enrolled me in a summer camp for swimming. She wanted my appetite to improve. I did not eat much. In 2 years, I started competing in club level competitions. In 2011, I won my first national medal in 100-meter bags. But do you know, once at a national meet, I was disqualified in my favorite event, 100-meter backstroke, but I never gave up. Today, I have 73 national and 25 international medals. When people ask me about my role model, I say I am Mana Patel and I want to be the role model for others. I was born in a humble village in Jharkhand. Every day was a struggle. My father worked as a farmer. I played barefoot on rough fields using a bamboo stick. For me, hockey wasn't just a game. It was my escape, my dream, my hope. After long hours of practice, balancing household work and my studies, I was selected for the state team. Today, I am the captain of the Indian women's hockey team. From a farmer's daughter to one of Indian brightest sports stars. My story is a powerful reminder that nothing is impossible for those who just to dream. I am Selima Tete and I want to tell girls to do everything open and without fear. Every day I woke up early to train and run. I had to train with the boys in my village as girls never used to play wrestling in my village. From the mud fields, Akharas, Haryana to the world's biggest wrestling arenas, I carved a path no Indian woman had walked before. I became the first Indian woman wrestler to win Commonwealth Games gold. I challenge everyone who believes that girls cannot wrestle and reshaped what girls could dare to dream in Indian sports. Training was hard, waking at 4 a.m. and walking for 4 kilometers to get to the place. I fell down, got up and fought again. I am Geeta Fogart, a survivor, a fighter and a winner. I want to tell all girls that if you feel strong, no one can stop you. Inside my home, there was no difference in how a boy or a girl was valued. My parents never told me I was less capable. I moved from Hisar to Hyderabad. Every morning, I woke up early to practice. Sometimes as early as 4 a.m. Sometimes my arms hurt and I felt very tired. I lost some matches and felt like crying. My mom is a person who never gives up. She was also a badminton player, and she's the one who made me mentally very strong. When I was 9, she used to tell me, Saina, you have to get an Olympic medal for me. At that time, I was just laughing it up because I was like, nobody had got an Olympic medal until then. One day, I played on a big court with bright lights. The shuttle flew high and I won the match. Became the first badminton player from India to win an Olympic medal. Saina Nehwal, the queen of badminton. A little girl who loved to play chess. Check. I like to sit quietly and think very hard. Sometimes the chessboard looked big and confusing. My father became my coach and helped me solve puzzles and classic games. At the age of 15 years, I broke Judith Polgar's record to become the youngest woman player in the world. To be a full-fledged grandmaster, the Arjuna Award and the Padma Shri recipient, I am Kuniru Hampi, the Queen of Indian Chess.
हो सदके मैं जावा मेरी दिल जानिया मैं शीश झुकावा मेरी दिल जानिया तेरे नाम जो कर जावा कम है वो तू सारे जहां से प्यारी मेरे भारत की बेटी है सारे जहां पे भारी मेरे भारत की बेटी दिल जान है शान हमारी मेरे भारत की बेटी जीती रहो जीतती रहो जो तेरे नैनों से टपके हर आंसू है अपना जो तेरे होठों पे ठहरे वो गीत अब अपना
Thank you very much. And now we are going to share with you poems from a very special writer called Shel Silverstein. If you haven't heard of Shel Silverstein, and if this is the first time that you're hearing his poetry, he's a celebrated American children's poet. I would request you to go back and do some research and read his poems with your kids. Shel Silverstein understood what many probably did not. He looked at the world through the eyes of a child. And that's why apparently his poems sometimes seem a little weird, seem a little silly, but there is a lot of deeper meaning and understanding of how a child loves to explore the world. And I'd like to welcome on stage Reyansh Kabi to introduce the poet. Reyansh, can you please come to the center? Thank you so much.
And now let's take you to a happy land. We are proud to introduce the famous American poet, Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein, who loved making kids laugh and think. He wrote silly poems, surprising stories, and drew simple black and white pictures. In his world, it is okay to be a little weird and let our imagination run wild. We hope you enjoy the next performance as much as the KG students enjoyed putting it together. Draw a crazy picture.
I jumped on a plane for Africa and landed in the jungle. But goodness me, what did I see? A great big mumble jumble. Elephant went squeak. Little mouse trumpeted. Monkey stopped and roared. Lion chatted like a monkey. Lion chatted like a monkey.
Whistle, Twinkle. Do a loony goony dance. Cross the kitchen floor. Put something silly in the world that ain't there before.
Bruh.
Draw a cra-
Thank you so much. As you've understood, we've developed the concept of these poems through a workshop. We've had them write poems themselves, and they've also drawn pictures. And a lot of the choreography that you've seen has been devised by Shobhan in collaboration with the kids. So we let them choreograph this piece on their own, and it is their ideas that you are seeing on stage. We didn't teach them what to do. So we'll now move on to the next poem, which is The Land of Happy. Listen to the poem and you'll understand what message it is trying to give us.
Have you been to the land of happy? Where everyone's happy all day. They joke and they sing of the happiest things. And everything's jolly and gay. There is no one unhappy in happy. There's laughter and smiles galore. I have been to the land of happy. What a bore. Have you been to the...
And finally, we have the last piece for you. It is called The Hug of War. And it's very important that children have decided to give us a very important lesson in a world torn apart today by war and crisis. They will tell you how simple it is actually to come together, to show love and to care for each other. We present The Hug of War.
play at tug of war. I'd rather play at tug of war. Where everyone hugs instead of tugs, and everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, and where everyone kisses and everyone grins and everyone cuddles and everyone wins.
We can give a hug, 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 give a hug right now. Well, we can shake a hand, 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 shake a hand right now. Well, we can show some peace, 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 show some peace right now. Well, we can blow a kiss, 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 blow a kiss right now. Well, we can give a hug, give a hug, show some love, show some love. Give a hug, give a hug, give a hug.
Thank you, and can we also have a big round of applause for Alonika Bhattacharya, who has given the voice over for this poem, for all the 3 poems. And now we are going to transport you back to a time when most of you, like a lot of you, were not born. 60 years back, Sound of Music made history. How many of you have heard or seen the Sound of Music? Okay, I hope after this we'll have more hands. It cannot be, you cannot miss out this iconic piece, which is not just for children, adults. It just creates a magic fairy tale which is relevant to our world even today. So I hope that the next piece is going to inspire you. Go back, if not the movie, at least listen to the songs of Sound of Music. This year we are celebrating 60 years of this classic movie. And I'm going to invite on stage Daivik Chaudhary to introduce the first piece for Sound of Music.
And now we will transport you to an era where many of you were even not born. It's been 60 years that the film Sound of Music was released in the USA and still continues to charm us all. Running through hills, singing together, laughing together, Sound of Music reminds us that happiness doesn't come from screens or gadgets, but from connection and creativity. The UKG students will bring the spirit alive for you. Our next song is about tiny white flowers that grows high up in the mountains of Austria. It is special because it can grow in cold, rocky places where other flowers cannot. The song celebrates love and hope.
happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
The next piece reminds us of our favorite things. When we are sad, when we are not feeling well, for all of us, remembering our favorite things makes us feel better. We are now going to move on to a piece which talks about all our favorite things from childhood. We'll take about 30 seconds to set the stage, and then we'll show you some of our favorite things.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
A big thank you to Jinisha Sarkar for introducing to us our favorite things. And now, even if you've not heard of Sound of Music, you would have known this song. This particular one is a favorite for everyone across the world in the way it introduces to us the musical notations. And to introduce this, I'm going to invite on stage Alia Yasmin.
A long time ago, a lady named Maria in the movie The Sound of Music wanted to teach the kids how to sing. She made up a fun song using do, re, mi so the kids could learn the notes easily. The song makes learning fun. It brings us happiness whenever we sing it. It's more than a song. It's a musical game, a story, and a way to share joy. Come, share this joy with us.
Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with
A, B, C.
When you sing, you begin with do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi. The first three notes just happen to be do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, let's see if I can make it easier. Do, a deer, a female deer. Re, a drop of golden sun. Mi, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink with jam and bread. That will bring us back to do. Oh, oh, oh. Do! A deer, a female deer.
Re,
A drop of golden sun.
mi.
A name I call myself.
Fa,
A long, long way to run.
So,
a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea,
a drink with jam and bread.
that will bring us back to do.
A deer, a female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Me, a name I call myself. Fa, a long, long way to run. So, a needle pulling thread. La, a note to follow. So, tea, a drink of jam and bread.
That will bring us back to do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So, do.
And as they found their way back through the curtains, it's time for our last performance. This academic year was special, and many of you have seen short clippings of how the teachers of the pre-primary section, Independence Day is a concept that sometimes we've wondered together as a team, that instead of just telling them that you are meant to stand and sing the national anthem, what can we do to make them understand? So the teachers got together this time and put up a beautiful dance theater presentation where they showed the children the story of India's freedom struggle from the Sepoy Mutiny to 1947. The teachers had actually enacted that on stage. And so it was easy for us when we thought of the next topic to inspire the students to be able to capture, and you will see in how proudly and strongly they present this piece. And I'm going to introduce Shatuki Pandit. Please welcome Shatuki on stage to introduce this piece.
Shukanta Bhattacharya was a very famous Bengali poet. known for his powerful, inspiring poems about people, dreams, and justice. He was born 100 years ago in 1926, but he wrote poems that continue to inspire us even today. His poems spoke strongly about equality, courage, and love for the common people. Sipahi Vidroho is one such poem which talks of how a spark became a great fire of courage. Let's welcome UKG students bringing alive our march to the freedom.
হঠাৎ দেশে উঠল আওয়াজ, হো 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 হো। চমকে সবাই তাকিয়ে দেখে সিপাহী বিদ্রোহ। আগুন হয়ে সারাটা দেশ ফেটে পড়ল রাগে। ছেলে বুড়ো জেগে উঠল 90 সোনাগে। 100 বছর গোলামিতে সবাই তখন ক্ষিপ্ত। বিদেশিদের রক্ত পেলে তবেই হবে তৃপ্ত। নানা সাহেব, তাঁতিয়া টুপি, ঝাঁসি রানী লক্ষ্মী, সবার হাতে অস্ত্র, নাচে বনের পশু পক্ষী। পাই দিতে রাজি তাদের প্রতি রক্তবিন্দু। আজাদের নানান সেবায় গরিব এবং মূর্খ সবাই তারা বুঝেছিল অধীনতার দুঃখ। তাই তো তারা স্বাধীনতার প্রথম লড়াই লড়তে এগিয়েছিল মরণ বরণ করতে। আজকে যখন স্বাধীন হবার শেষ লড়াইয়ের ডঙ্কা উঠেছে বেজে কোনো দিকেই নেই কোনো শঙ্কা। জব্বলপুর সেপাইদেরও উঠেছে বেজে বাদ্য, নতুন করে বিদ্রোহ আজ কেউ নয় কো বাধ্য। তখন এদের স্মরণ করো নিত্য, এদের নামে এদের পণে সানিয়ে তোলো চিত্ত। নানা সাহেব, তাঁতিয়া টুপি, ঝাঁসির রানী লক্ষ্মী, এদের নামে দৃপ্ত কিশোর খুলবে তোমার চোখ কি?
মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা ঝর্ণার মতো চঞ্চল, মোরা বিধাতার মতো নির্ভয়, মোরা প্রকৃতির মতো সচ্ছল। মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা আকাশের মতো বাধাহীন, মোরা মূল সঞ্চর বেদুইন। আকাশের মতো বাধাহীন, মোরা মূল সঞ্চর বেদুইন। বন্ধনহীন জন্ম স্বাধীন চিত্ত মুক্ত শতদল। মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা ঝর্ণার মতো চঞ্চল, মোরা
বিধাতার মতো নির্ভয়, মোরা প্রকৃতির মতো স্বচ্ছ, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা সিন্ধু জোয়ার কল কল, মোরা পাগলা ঝোড়ার ঝরা জল কল কল কল, ছল 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 কল কল কল, ছল ছল ছল। মোরা দিল খোলা খোলা প্রান্তর, মোরা শক্তি অটল মহিধর, দিল খোলা খোলা প্রান্তর, মোরা শক্তি অটল মহিধর। হাসি গান সম উচ্ছল, বৃষ্টির জল বন ফল খাই সজ্জা শ্যামল বনতল, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা ঝরনার মতো চঞ্চল, মোরা বিধাতার মতো নির্ভয়, মোরা প্রকৃতির মতো স্বচ্ছ, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম, মোরা ঝঞ্ঝার মতো উদ্যম।
I think they deserve to hear a louder round of applause. The voice recording for this piece was done by Pranil Trivedi and Alonika Bhattacharya. We've come to the end of this, but we have two items left. And before I call on the speaker to introduce the last piece, I'd like to request some cooperation from you. It is never easy, as you understand, that we have incorporated every child. For us, it is no child left behind. Everyone in the pre-primary section is participating in the concert, which is not the usual norm. So it takes a lot. They will be coming in to share the last piece with you. We'll request you to please remain seated. We will be singing a song, but please stand only when I request you to. Please remain seated. Please don't get excited. Your child is there, but so are others. Let them do what they want to do for you. Thank you very much. And I'd like to invite on stage now Leher again to introduce the last song.
As the future leaders of our country, we promise to always remember the heroic sacrifices of our leaders and always protect our motherland. We will end this program by asking all of you to join us in singing our national song Vande Mataram. It was written 150 years ago and helped inspire people long ago, especially when they were fighting for freedom. Today we'll sing it once again to honor our country and feel proud together.
Can you please remain
Mataram, Vande 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 Mataram, Malayati Shitalam, Shashalam, Mataram, Vande Sujalam, Sufalam, Malayati Shitalam, Shashalam, Mataram, Vande Vande Mataram, 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 Vande Mataram.
Thank you so much, and I request all parents to be please seated. Alunika Bhattacharya, please be here in the center stage to deliver the vote of thanks. Alunika, over to you.
As we come to the end of this beautiful
Parents, please
celebration-
remain seated.
As we come to the end of this beautiful celebration of small steps, big dreams, our hearts are full of joy and pride. A big thank you to all my friends for confidence, hard work, and wonderful performances on stage. They truly made today special. A special mention to Sohini ma'am for always encouraging us to be ourselves and for giving us the confidence to shine in our own unique way through a beautifully curated program. Thanks! We would also like to sincerely thank our teachers, Meeta ma'am, Ishita ma'am, and Shobhan sir for constant guidance throughout this journey. Thank you to respected Director ma'am, Principal ma'am, and our loving parents for support and encouragement throughout this journey. Thank you everyone for being a part of this memorable day.
Thank you, Alunika. Thank you so much. And now with the school song, we are going to bid goodbye to this academic year and to all of you.
We rise as seekers of glory to write an invincible story. We rise as seekers of glory to write an invincible story. With great ambitions in our mind, we strive to be brave and kind, with wings of courage and a wish to fly, and our minds will touch the sky. Together we stand, strong and united. Together we make the world more brighter. Together we stand, strong and united. Together we make the world more brighter. Together we try for mankind to see. Together we write our own history. No matter how tough the climb, and our minds will touch the sky. With great zest we pledge, our finest self shall rise. In kindness, our strength shall be redefined. The the seekers of glory to write an invincible story. We rise as seekers of glory to write an invincible story. With great ambitions in our mind, we strive to be brave and kind, with wings of courage and a wish to fly. Adamites will touch the sky. Together we stand, strong and united. Together we make the world more brighter. Together we stand, strong and united. Together we make the world more brighter. Together we try for mankind to see. Together we write our own history, no matter how tough.
Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you. And if you've liked it, you can now show it with a round of applause. This time, not for students, but for teachers who worked really, really hard to make this possible.
Wonderful audience, and I'm sure that you are also feeling, I can see smiles on your faces, which definitely is a big reward to the entire team Adamas. And as I also said, that we look at every presentation as a learning process. The kind of expressions that we have seen on the faces of the children would not have happened if they did not know what they were doing. It was not just a dance, it was not just an act. And also, I am also very, very proud and amazed to see our little ones speak so confidently and so correctly, beautifully. And they have not just spoken 1 or 2 sentences. You have seen that they've spoken 10, 12, 15 sentences, and the way they have done it doesn't really feel that they have learnt it up. It is obvious that they have understood. They felt what they were saying. So there was a lot of hard work behind the scenes, which as parents you definitely can understand. And also, as Shohini ma'am said, that having to coordinate a program with 360 students on stage of this age group, and we have children of different abilities also among them. So it is not an easy task. I take immense pride in the team that I have, the teachers, our coordinators, and of course the leadership with the director ma'am's support. So I hope that you have enjoyed, and we look forward to the next session. As I said, that we are looking at a partnership between the parent and the school to give the students the very best. So please utilize this break that they have now in spending quality time with them, engaging them in meaningful activities, keeping them away from screen, and encouraging them to read books. That is very, very important, even more important for the upper KG students who are transitioning into class 1. So reading habits to improve, that should be the one and only aim for all of us right now. Thank you very much for being a very wonderful and a cooperative audience. I think you all also deserve a round of applause for yourselves.
I don't get an opportunity to meet you often. So, we just have a few minutes with us. Your children are settling down in their classes. So if there is a question that you want to ask, or if you have any feedback or comments, or just share what you felt about today's program, that would be great.
No, but I would love to say that I am happy that I am the first one to speak up about the feedback. The concept, whoever has designed, has been phenomenal. I mean, the concept of women cannot do, or they are not equal to or better than men. That was exceptional. And the child who was doing this Jhansi Ki Rani, the expressions, whoever taught her, I mean, extraordinary. Throughout the act, she did an exceptional job, and each and every kid, I mean, the way they spoke, we ourselves are feeling shy that at this age, if they can speak so fluently, so confidently in front of this large crowd, I mean, I cannot imagine myself being or doing any of this at my age. So thank you to the entire Adamas management, and thank you to all the teachers who have put in so much of efforts to make this event a huge success. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, and agreed with him. And just to let all of you know, this entire idea and concept, the writing of the script has been designed and done by Shohini ma'am herself. And of course, she with her team of trainers along with our teachers put that idea into reality. Of course, a lot of credit goes to the students as well, but the concept and the scripting of this entire program, credit goes to Ms. Shohini Das Hartman, our consultant.
Thank you so much. I'll move over to somebody, but thank you, sir, for your kind remarks. I would still say that while some children look exceptional for us, I think every child has done a brilliant job, and we never know what they are going to become and what they are going to be. So we think that each of them was excellent.
Thank you, ma'am. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Adamas to invite us to be a part of such an incredible moment, I would say. I didn't knew that my daughter can do something like this at her age. So this was such a treat watching her and the entire group. So Sohini ma'am, with your support and whoever for the others, the teachers, I would really thank them for putting up this and inviting us to be a part of this such an incredible moment. The speakers, such small kids, I mean, they have taught us. We have been working in multinationals for so long, and we also think twice, when we attend client meetings, whether we should be so confident or not. At times, we definitely question ourselves. They were fearless. So that is just awesome. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I will sort of start bridging from the lady over there, because my daughter was one of the speakers here. So I know the sheer amount of effort that every single teacher who was in the prep for this, Shohini ma'am, have put, because these are long paragraphs. I mean, I won't say that I am a very nervous public speaker, because I'm not. But she is 5, and it was like 10, 15 lines which she had to rehearse and come in front of all these people and say. And she did come to me at times and Mama, what if I forget? And I'm like, you're not going to. And she didn't, because you guys put a lot of effort in making this, the version of this that came in front of us was impeccable. I mean, I had tears because the topics that you guys chose, the embroideries that you did over it, the presentation, it was marvelous. I mean, I'm speechless, though I have spoken a lot. But I'm just going to take a little bit of your time to say that I have seen a lot of progress in my daughter over the course of the year that she has been enrolled here. And it shows. It shows in your dedication, it shows in the work, and it shows every day at home when she, speaks better, is better, learns better, asks better questions, more questions. She's so curious. And I'm privileged. This is a very good opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else? Anyone?
Hello. My voice is choked. Maybe. Actually, first of all the programs are splendid, beautiful. But the idea behind putting each and every student in a program is remarkably exceptional, because I'm also a teacher. I have never seen any school who has engaged each and every student in a program. And my daughter was in that Edelweiss song. So when my relatives or even me, when I have heard her practicing the song or singing the song, I was amazed how she managed to remember those difficult lines, because it is obviously difficult for a UKG student. And one thing, when I feel ashamed in front of her, that she asked, "Did you hear about Silverstein?" And I said, "No, who is he?" Even the nursery students know him. You don't know. So because she is not in that recitation or the program, but when others were rehearsing, she heard about that. She asked me, and previously also in the last year I had a conversation with you about book reading. Thankfully, because of your inspiration, all the madams, she loves books, and I am very much thankful that my daughter gets chances to having at a larger family. It is a larger family for her, and the program, the thought, the all the even the background. I was thinking about putting the background with the program is a difficult task, because the screen was not for a single second. It was not like that. The program is dance is something different, or the screen is different. Everything, the whole team who it's your plan, I have heard, but the whole team is we are thankful. I guess it's words for all the parents. We are thankful to Adamas International School.
I just want to add that when we say the whole team, it means each of you also. And that is why we've sent you so many notices to ensure that the child comes to school. Because this is not possible without your cooperation when every child is participating. Just one last comment or remarks, and then I think we'll end this session over here.
I would like to add one thing over here. As I was listening to the comments of the parents, thank you so much that you have observed all the minute details, because yes, as very correctly said, that to get a program to perfection requires a lot of work behind the scenes. But also along with that, as we have prepared the children here, something that we have, I have heard from the teachers and from Shohini ma'am, if you can also allow your children to listen to good music, good nice songs, or even small stories or poems, that also helps them develop a good vocabulary and helps them to become better speakers. So as much, of course, reading is the most important thing, but sometimes also, please, if you have to put your child on the screen, please monitor the quality of the program that they are watching, and try and give them some quality items or songs or speeches to listen to.
Nervous when I'm trying to say something in front of all of you, but I'm just astonished to say that the little children, they are talking in fluent English so much nicely, with so confidently, and 15 sentences or 12 sentences they are using with no fear, with a smile in their face. So it's very praiseworthy. And I have 2 children, and I'm losing weight day by day in handling them. But I'm thinking that how the teachers are facing so many nuisance and all these mischievous things of children, and they are training them in such a way that they are presenting so many things with a lot of expressions, and all the synchronization, everything was very much praiseworthy. And I felt I was feeling like crying after seeing the program, which was based on men and women equality. It was like, wow. And I have 2 daughters, and I am dreaming to see them in that stage. I don't know what will happen, but let's see, because they are the Adamites, so I can hope it.
Actually, I can remember that when the past day, when my child joined this school 3 years back, and my child 3 years completed this year, so he will be joining next session after completing the preparatory section. So overall, my experience from last 3 years, this is the third year I am enjoying this program. So I can see that overall management of this Adamas School for arranging this kind of program and finding the different type of skill from my child. Today I have seen my child was performing as a speaker. So from that day he was just crying to enter in this school, and last 3 years he has find his skill, and that helps the entire teacher. I can remember every session that every session teacher, they have basically helped personally and school level and also this platform. Okay, so from my heart I can just convey my sincere thanks to the entire team, entire primary section. Maybe I may miss this opportunity to be present there in next year because my child will be there in the next class, next level. So once again I thanks to everybody, every entire team for taking care of my child, and hopefully they will also take care in future.
This is going to be the last one. Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't want to talk about the what happened here. I think it was commendable. No comments. I want to share a very something which really touched my heart. Yesterday, my son was not well. He was a rabbit who was jumping here and there. He was not well. He had an eye infection. But it was not to that level where I cannot send him to school. But as a parent, I was really concerned. I had pinged Shalini ma'am. I'm just taking the name. All the teachers are lovely. I'm just taking the name right now. I pinged her that, he's not well. And yesterday was the rehearsal. I was really tense because it was really important for me to see him performing here. She replied that you send your child, we will take care of him. That one line really touched. Within 15 minutes, he got ready and he came to school. And I was so happy to see all the children here along with one jumping here and there. That was really sweet and it really touched. So thank you so much to all the lovely teachers here. The way you've been hand-holding our child. My child is here for a year now. The way he has learned. Suddenly one day he's singing Vande Bharat. Suddenly one day he's singing Jana Gana Mana. So it's not that we have made them learn it. But then the way he come back and he tells me that, Mama, I've learned this. He calls me Oki. He does not call me Mama. So he'll come and tell me that, Oki, I've learned this, Jana Gana Mana, and he will stand, no, you have to stand, you have to do this. He's just 4 years old. But then I'm really thankful to all the teachers here. Thank you so much.
Hi, ma'am. In very simple language, I would say, hats off to the teachers, ma'am. Nazia, ma'am, you work so hard, and all the ma'am. I would say, calling up all the students, parents, one by one, and putting so much of hard efforts. Most importantly, I would say my son, he's just 4 years old. He come to home every day and he tells me the story. We have practiced this on stage, we have done this and that. He enjoys, he has, enthusiasm from within. So I would say, ma'am, just by looking at the performance today, the credit goes to all the teachers. And, this is exceptional, wonderful, because to understand which student will become what as a character. So, the teachers understand that, ki this student is suitable for this particular thing. So, once again, in very simple language, exceptional, wonderful, beautiful performance with all the students and teachers. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We appreciate all the feedback. And now I know you're really waiting to meet your children in person and to congratulate them. So you can now move on to your respective classrooms where they are waiting for you. Thank you.